Let's face it, at some point in life, we've all encountered disrespect. Whether it's a dismissive comment, a rude gesture, or just that tone, you know the one. It can throw us off balance. And let's be honest, dealing with it? Not exactly on our list of favorite things. For many, recognizing disrespect can feel like trying to catch the wind. It's there, but hard to pin down. Even when you do recognize it, knowing how to respond can feel even trickier. Should you speak up, let it slide, call in reinforcements? In today's video, we're diving into practical ways you can respond to disrespect with poise and strength without losing your cool. We're taking inspiration from the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy to show you how to handle these situations like a true master of self-control. And hey, if you'd like me to make a video breaking down the different types of disrespect, just leave a comment below. But for now, let's focus on taking back your peace, holding your head high, and responding to disrespect in a way that leaves them speechless. Ready? Let's jump in. One of the first things, I'm going to say it's probably one of the hardest, is being able to stay calm. Remaining calm in the face of disrespect isn't just a challenge, it's a testament to your emotional strength. Disrespect can manifest in countless ways: a cutting comment, a dismissive gesture, or outright rudeness. These moments are deeply painful, but they also provide an opportunity to show composure and self-control. Take Linda's story as an example. Linda was a dedicated community leader, someone who always went above and beyond to support her neighbors. During a local meeting where she proposed a well-thought-out plan to improve the neighborhood, a fellow attendee interrupted her mid-sentence with a sneering remark. "Do you even understand what this community really needs?" The words cut deeply. Linda felt the sting of disrespect and the urge to snap back. But instead of letting her emotions take over, she paused, took a breath, and responded with poise. With a calm tone, she replied, "Thank you for sharing your concerns. I'm here to collaborate and would love to hear your suggestions on how we can move forward." Her response not only diffused the tension, but also redirected the focus of the meeting toward constructive dialogue. By staying calm, Linda maintained her dignity and kept the conversation productive. This is the essence of Stoic philosophy. While you can't control how others act, you have complete control over your reaction. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Linda didn't let the disrespect define her. Instead, she used it as an opportunity to rise above and demonstrate her character. Staying calm doesn't mean suppressing your emotions, but channeling them constructively. It's about recognizing that reacting impulsively often escalates conflict, while a composed response fosters respect. Each time you choose calmness over anger, you assert control over the situation and over yourself. When faced with disrespect, take a moment to pause, breathe deeply, focus on what truly matters, and respond with thoughtfulness. This approach not only helps you handle the moment, but also builds your resilience and commands the respect you deserve. Linda did it, and so can you. What you want to do with learning how to stay calm is to recognize when your uncomfortable feelings are coming to the surface. Staying calm isn't just about keeping your emotions in check. It's about recognizing when those uncomfortable feelings arise and learning to process them in a healthy way. Stoic philosophy teaches us that before you can resolve any conflict with others, you must first address the conflicts within yourself. Take the example of Mr. Richard, a retired gentleman who frequents a local coffee shop to enjoy his peaceful mornings. One day, as he waited in line to place his order, a young man rudely cut in front of him without a word of apology. Mr. Richard felt disrespected, his dignity bruised, and a wave of frustration began to build. He couldn't shake the feeling that his age had made him invisible to others, but instead of reacting immediately, Mr. Richard chose a different path. He stepped aside, took a deep breath, and reminded himself that not every rude action required his emotional investment. He understood that an outburst would not restore his inner peace, nor resolve the situation. Later at home, Mr. Richard took time to reflect on his emotions. He jotted down his thoughts in a journal, exploring why the incident had upset him so deeply. He realized that the anger wasn't solely about the young man's behavior, but also stemmed from a broader frustration with the lack of patience often shown toward older adults. By confronting these feelings privately, he was able to process them without letting the incident define his day. The next morning, Mr. Richard returned to the coffee shop and calmly suggested to the staff that they consider creating a priority line for seniors. Instead of criticizing, he shared his perspective constructively, raising awareness about an issue while fostering positive change in his community. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that blaming others for how you feel only makes you dependent on their actions for your emotional well-being. No one else is responsible for making you feel better. That is a task for yourself. When you process your emotions effectively, you not only regain control of the situation, but also build inner strength. This doesn't mean you won't feel hurt or angry. It means you'll learn how to address those feelings proactively. Think of recognizing your emotions as an opportunity to better understand yourself. Whether through journaling, meditating, or simply taking a moment of quiet reflection, giving yourself space to process emotions is essential. Once you've achieved clarity, you'll be able to approach difficult situations with composure rather than being led by reactive emotions. This skill takes time and practice, but as you master it, you'll notice a profound change in how you handle relationships and challenging moments. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. That strength lies in your ability to identify and manage your emotions, paving the way to a life of harmony and purpose. But one thing you can start doing right now, and it might be a bit easier to manage, is paying attention to the narratives you create in your mind. In life, we often create stories in our minds to explain the actions or words of others, especially when we feel disrespected. These stories, whether accurate or not, often stem from our own uncomfortable emotions. But the truth is, these narratives can lead us to misjudge situations or people, creating misunderstandings and provoking negative reactions. Imagine you have a neighbor who always gives a curt nod when you greet them but never responds warmly. You might think, they must not like me. Maybe I did something wrong to offend them. But if you pause and reflect, it's possible the story you're telling yourself isn't entirely true. That neighbor might be going through a tough time, or may simply not be the outgoing type. The first step is to recognize when these stories start forming in your mind. Ask yourself, am I taking a single action and turning it into a dramatic narrative about this person? Remember, acknowledging these emotions and stories isn't about excusing someone's behavior. It's about easing your own pain and not taking everything personally. If the person you're dealing with frequently exhibits disrespectful behavior, take a moment to evaluate the relationship. Is this someone you genuinely need in your life? If not, it may be time to set clear boundaries. If yes, try to understand whether their behavior comes from malice or simply a lack of awareness. People who act unintentionally are often more receptive to feedback when you calmly and sincerely express your feelings. Take, for example, a woman named Martha. She has a close friend named Kate, who often interrupts her during conversations. Initially, Martha felt disrespected and thought Kate was deliberately undermining her. But after taking time to reflect, Martha realized Kate didn't mean any harm. She just had a habit of speaking quickly without considering others' feelings. Instead of ending the friendship, Martha chose to share her feelings gently. As a result, Kate not only understood, but also made an effort to change her behavior. However, if the person you're dealing with isn't someone you can talk to easily or avoid entirely, focus on staying calm and setting boundaries. This approach allows you to protect your mental well-being without getting drawn into negativity. Remember, no matter the situation, you always have control over how you respond. If you are new here, please like the video and subscribe. Statistics show that only 15% of my audience is subscribed to the channel. So if this content has helped you in any way, I ask you to subscribe and hit the notification bell.